Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Reaction Update PH na babalik. Napakaganda ho ng pag-uusapan natin. Si spokesperson po kasi ng ating Vice Presidente na si Miss Ruth Castelo napaka-professional kumpara naman dito sa talakirang si Kler Castro. Dito po kasi mga kapit, basahin na lang po natin. The Vice President said that she really wants to go to trial. Whatever the SSS in her case, then we proceed. Ayan nga po ang naging pahayag ni Miss Ruth Castelo patungkol sa impeachment ni BP Sara. Handa po talagang humarap si BP Sara sa impeachment complaint o trial niya. Yun naman po talaga yung hinihintay ng Malacanang, ng Kamara, ang maisumite ang pagkakaroon ng trial kay BP Sara. Ngayon, pagsagot po ni BP Sara mga kaabdi, hindi na po siya nag-aalinlangan. Hindi na talaga siya nag-aalinlangan. Noon pa man, sinabi na nga niya na gusto niya ng bladat. Hindi naman po porket bladat gulo o gera. Gusto niya magkaroon kayo ng peace of mind, lahat tayo. Kasi mga kaabdi, walang sapat na ebidensya laban ho sa kanya. Ngayon, nagsalita na rin po itong spokesperson niya na sigurado siya, itutuloy pa rin. Gusto niya kumarap sa impeachment trial. Kaya mga kapatid, pakinggan po natin ang magiging pahayag ni Ms. Ruth Castelo patungkol sa impeachment ni BP Sara.
Were started since Vice President Sara Duterte took office in July 2022. Our mission is to deliver public service that is accessible and responsive for the good of all Filipinos, especially the unserved and the underserved. And we're happy to give you some hard copies of the 2024 accomplishment report in the form of a coffee table, but it's like a coffee table book, but we also have a digital copy that you can access any time of the day or night in any mobile device, a computer, or any other technical devices that you have. You will see here in the accomplishment report among the programs of the Office of the Vice President that has successfully catered to 2,416,899 passengers since the program was launched on August 3, 2022. And it is called Libreng Sakay. As of December 31, 2024, this program has already served 1,025,275 passengers. And so we have now 2,416,899 as of today. The Libreng Sakay has the following routes. It is actually an ongoing program that helps of course, we help we have help from our private partners in public service to be able to complement mass transportation in Metro Manila, Cavite, Bacolod, Cebu, Davao, and now we have another one running in Tacloban. It is the latest route that we have created. And the free bus service in Tacloban now operates along the bus terminal from the Tagpuro Elementary School route in Tacloban City. It runs from Monday to Saturday with 2 daily schedules at 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., just like all the other routes in other parts of the country for Libreng Sakay. And we are currently studying and exploring the possibility of increasing the hours of operation from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's going to be much longer because I think passengers leave their houses as early as 4 a.m. So we're still studying, looking into the best possibility if we can allow that. Of course, it's also the rainy season now, so we can better accommodate the growing number of passengers who depend on public transportation. This is also going to be a very dependable mode of transport for our passengers or the beneficiaries of Libreng Sakay, especially with the looming or forthcoming gasoline prices. Of course, as gasoline prices go high, our transportation fare also goes high. So this will help the public a lot and ease their lives, their daily lives. even just a bit day by day. Our initiative aims to ease the financial burden on local commuters and promote greater economic mobility and access to opportunities within the community. And since its official launch in August 2022, the Libreng Sakay program has deployed a total of 9 buses covering routes in Metro Manila. This is from Monumento to PITX, and then we have Quiapo to Commonwealth and PITX to Naik, Cavite. We also have in Metro Cebu, Bacolod, Davao City, and the newest is Tacloban. And just to tell you also, the Libreng Sakay is only one of the many accomplishments of the Office of the Vice President for the year 2024, and you will find them in the coffee table book. If you are given the hard copy, you can ask them later. I think they're going to distribute some. But for the digital or high-tech people, you can just go to Facebook, and I understand that the link to this page or to this book has already been posted. And so now I am ready to answer your questions, if there are any.
Any questions on the topic? Ms. Bella, Philippine Store.
Ma'am, based on your accomplishment report, 86% yung utilization ng 2 billion budget.
Mhm.
Compared sa previous years, mataas ba ito? And anong cost nung bakit hindi na fully utilize yung 2 billion budget ng OVP?
Okay, so I have to be clarified. What's the 2 billion budget for 2024? Yes. Hold on. Based on the accomplishments we have not utilized, you said there was low utilization.
No. 86% yung utilization rate. So merong portion na hindi na utilize. Anong cost na bakit hindi na fully utilized?
Oh,
And
yes.
compared sa previous years, mas mataas ba
In
to
2023,
Yeah,
yeah, and
mas
then it increased again in 2025. So far by half a year computation. There were a lot of challenges in implementing the programs of the Office of the Vice President. An example would be the Magnegosyo Taday, because it takes a lot of time in assessing and qualifying the would-be beneficiaries of the program. Also, the documentations for the businesses were strictly studied and evaluated by the Office of the Vice President according to the manual of operations that we have. Because for each program in the OVP, it has its own manual of operations to make sure that everything is clearly and effectively done by the book. We follow instructions based on the manual of operations, and the portion of the fund that was not utilized was due to the fact that we were not able to release all the money, release everything for the projects because of some additional requirements that were necessary.
And then, ma'am, based on your budget for this year, hindi nakasama yung medical assistance and burial. So, meron po ba tayong data kung ilan yung lumalapit sa OVP na although term na rejected, so anong ginagawa natin sa mga yung mga nire-reject natin na nag-a-apply ng medical and burial? And before, sabi ni although hindi pa ako nagko-cover nun, may statement si VP na ang sabi niya may difficulty daw o may yung pag nag-access ng tulong sa DSWD, ganun pa rin ba yung nararanasan ng OVP ngayon na hindi ina-acknowledge yung mga nire-refer sa DSWD ng OVP?
Okay, sorry, can we go back to your first question, please?
Yung data po kung gaano pa karami yung lumalapit sa OVP
for
para mag-seek
medical and burial assistance?
Anong ginagawa nyo sa kanila kung ganito nga na wala tayong budget?
Yes, that's true. We do not have budget for medical and burial assistance for 2024 and 2025. I mean, for this year, yes, 2025. So whatever materials were left last year for this program, we use them this year, like the wheelchairs that have been procured last year but were not given out. So we use them this year and other resources as well. And since there is no budget, we only make use of what was left, what resources were left last year. So we can still continue to provide this even without funding. We also continue to give Janaza kits if we have them, and other materials that we have used before in the past, but we still have some pieces left or some stocks left that we give out this year.
Yung pag-i-endorse niya sa DSWD, may difficulty pa rin ba?
As much as possible, we try to solve the issues ourselves in the office of the Vice President. Yes, because we find it difficult, although things get better anyway. We would still need their support later on, but if it gets very difficult for us to get the assistance or support from the Department of Social Welfare, we make use of what we have in the Office of the Vice President.
Pero may instance ba, ma'am, na nire-reject or nagiging, yung issue ng pagiging OVP, nagiging, para i-reject ng DSWD? Kasi ganun na sinasabi before ng OVP na, oo.
I have to admit, yes, there are some line agencies who, probably upon instructions from their superiors, I don't know, I'm just speculating, but yes, we experience that challenge every now and then.
Next question on the topic. Kat Domingo, ABS-CBN.
Hi, good
Mike, please.
afternoon. Oh, good morning.
In last week's press conference, you mentioned that the COA directed the OVP to correct some observations, submit corrections, or whatever remedial actions within 60 days. May we know in particular what these items were flagged by the COA?
These were observations, COA observations on the on some items in our financial statements, like the I can give you a list. Wait, hold on. There is, okay, here, some observations and recommendations that were made by the Commission on Audit, is one of which is the amount that was included in the financial statement of a donated equipment was not the amount that was included there was not the amount that was already the appreciated cost. There is, of course, a deduction of appreciation in the cost of equipment, but in the contract, in the deed of donation, the amount that was included is the amount of purchase of that equipment. And of course, it was already used when it was donated to the Office of the Vice President. So we just missed saying or stating the value of the equipment at the time that we accepted it. So if for one particular equipment, the purchase value was at 3.824 million, but the depreciated cost was no longer included. And that is what that's one item that we are also submitting for action. And when action is done, we're going to submit the report to the Commission on Audit. We were given 60 days, I understand, to do this.
Ma'am, do you have a rough figure as to how many items were flagged by the COA in the 2024 budget?
There are only a few. Okay. Also on the Manual of Operations, where the Office of the Vice President limited itself as to time, as to the prescription table, as to when the project will be completed. That is one, so that the Commission on Audit recommended that we ensure the feasibility and viability of the project proposal, and also revisit the Manual of Operations so we can ease it up a little bit, and then so be able to comply with what is stated in the Manual of Operations.
And last question from my end. What were the COA recommendations as to how the OVP can actually improve its absorptive capacity from 86% to a higher number?
I have not come across, maybe you can tell me where to find it. I have not come across that recommendation. from the Commission on Audit on our absorptive capacity. And as a matter of fact, if we talk about, hold on, if we talk about utilization, maybe we can get the details. Nicole, can you ask RLS please for utilization 2024 and 2025? Thank you. We'll get back to you, Kat.
Next question, Marisol Abdurrahman, GMA News.
Yes.
Mike, please. Mike, please. Mike, please.
Mike.
Mike.
Since BP Sara assume po, kahit na nag-i-increase naman po ang utilization since then, ma'am, for the past like 3 years
Yes,
po.
yes, that's right.
Sorry, ma'am, just in case you have the figure, ma'am, may we know po, like for example, when she started, ilang percent po
Wait.
until now po?
I will find it.
Sige na, ma'am.
Utilization from, I have the utilization for 2024 and 2025. Okay. For 2024, we have utilization rate of 85.55%. And then for 2025, as of, this is, I think, as of June 2025, our utilization rate is at 34%. So we're going to increase this some more. Like I said, a lot of challenges internally in the Office of the Vice President, and we understand that we need to speed up utilizing the funds, but we also do not want to carelessly utilize the funds. So we are being very careful so as not to open any issue that may be thrown against us.
Okay, next question.
Okay.
Kung wala
Next
mga
question, Fred.
recommendations po ng COA yet, Yusek.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, kasi Kat was asking earlier about the recommendations of COA, at least to improve po yung utilization. At least yung effort po ng OVP, ma'am, ano po yung ginagawa natin para at least i-increase pa po yung ganitong...
Yes, we're just being careful, but we intend to use up the entire budget that is allotted to us for 2025. We're already on the 34% utilization rate, but we still have time, and we're going to speed up our the action on all our programs.
Next question, Fred Mendoza, Manila Times.
Ma'am, good morning. Ma'am, good morning po, ma'am. Kasi may mga lawmakers po kasi na parang sinasabi po nila na porket nagkaroon daw po ng unmodified opinion ang isang agency, like the OVP, it doesn't mean daw po na malinis daw po yung record. Ano pong inyong comment po doon sa mga nagsasabi na while the OVP had its unmodified opinion, hindi naman daw siya technically malinis or technically fair yung pagkakapresent. Para lang po maliwanag sa ating taong bayan kasi naguguluhan po yata yung taong bayan natin, yung ating mga public kasi pag sinabi nila, pag may sinasabi po na unmodified opinion, tapos biglang may mga nagko-comment na hindi naman pala na porket yung unmodified opinion, hindi ba pala malinis. So, pakiklaro na lang po natin for our public.
Okay, I also heard that. And, okay, let me go back. There are 3 kinds of audits done, right? There's the financial statement audit, there's the compliance audit, there's the performance audit. We are only on the financial statement audit. The annual audit report of 2024 given by the Commission on Audit focused on financial statements. And in financial statement audit, there are only 2 kinds of audit reports that will come out. Only 2 kinds of opinions. That's the unmodified audit opinion and the modified audit opinion. It can be, I think it can be interchanged with qualified and unqualified. Some other auditors use that. And there is no other rating, there is no other conclusion that will come out from the Commission on Audit. So, like I said, only modified and unmodified. So, in the unmodified opinion that the Office of the Vice President has been receiving since year 2022, it means that it says that the Office of the Vice President fairly presented the financial statements in all material respects, and there is no misstatement whatsoever in such presentation. In Tagalog, ang sabi po ng Commission on Audit ay maayos na nailahad ang financial statements, maayos na naipresenta sa Commission on Audit, at wala, in all respects, sa lahat ng anggulo ng financial statements, at wala po silang nakitang material misstatement. Ibig sabihin po, ang Tagalog ng misstatement, maling pagkakasulat or maling data or maling information na naibigay. So, however way anyone will make a conclusion on that statement given by the Commission on Audit, iisa lang po pa rin ang ibig sabihin, na wala pong mali, walang misstatement na binigay, tama ang pagpresenta ng financial statement na supported by all the documents that we submitted. Okay.
Any other questions on the topic? Raymond Antonio, Manila Bulletin.
Good morning, Spokes. May we ask about the LGUs, how receptive they are to the OVP programs? For example, ma'am, itong implementation of the free ride program in Tacloban.
Mhm.
We all know that Tacloban is the political bailiwick of House Speaker Romualdez. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Thank you for that question. Oh, well, of course, there will be times that some people will oppose what we say or what we do. We cannot please everybody, but in Tacloban in particular, the Office of the Vice President really needs to provide the help because we have been consistently asked, and the service that we provide is really needed by the public. Kung kaya pong ibigay ng local government unit, okay din, gagawin din nila. But the thing is, naghihingi ang mga tao sa Office of the Vice President. And we see the need as well. Ang sinaservisyo po natin na tao doon sa Tacloban are those that were displaced or relocated during the time of Yolanda. From the Yolanda episode, ito yung mga tao na nilipat kung saan-saan, and then far from the city or far from the downtown. Kaya yun yung sinisilbihan. So from the resettlement site or the relocation site to the downtown and back. Kailangan po ito, kailangan gawin ng Office of the Vice President to be able to service the people in Tacloban.
Next topic. Ms. Larino Monte, NHK.
Morning, ma'am. Yesterday, the President approved the 6.9 budget for next year. How optimistic are you that the proposed budget of the OVP, which is, I think, more than 900 million, as the DBM already added some amount on that, will be approved by Congress?
Oh yes, the Department of Budget and Management approved or recommended to the House of Representatives and the Senate the amount of 903 million pesos for the year 2026. We cannot say if we're sure, or we cannot say also if we're not sure, so we leave it to Congress, and we just pray that they grant that budget.
Will the President personally attend the budget hearing, just in case, to defend the budget of the OVP?
You mean the Vice President?
Yeah,
Okay, the Vice President?
The Vice President.
I'm not sure if she will attend the budget hearing, but we have competent staff to defend our budget and explain to Congress why we need this amount of money.